Alright, hello everyone, welcome back for another Poke Monday, Sound Goblin, Elden Ring, you know the drill by now, hacky slashy swordy thingy. I'm Shiv.
I'm the Krampus.
I'm on to green.
And I'm Vincent.
And when we last left, we did half of Altus Plateau?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Now, I'm
Some
tracing
percentage
the
of
path
Altus
the
Plateau.
Neo took.
Let's see. We did practically none of Altus Plateau. We did Mount Gelmir.
Oh, Montgomery, that's right.
We did like half of Mount Gelmir.
That's right.
If you count the dungeon, or like a quarter if you don't. The loop is long.
Yeah. See, there was a Tibia Mariner here we already killed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's Tibia Mariner. There's a statue pointing to an obvious dungeon. Love it. Do, do, do. Pearl Drake Talisman. A resistance talisman of some sort, almost certainly. Pearl Drake, I believe, is holy.
So if you ever want to go back to the horrible, horrible rot swamp, I did found out a trick about making the horrible, horrible rot swamp easier to navigate.
Huh?
So if you if you roll around in the rot, so you take the like rot buildup, and get the rot sass effect from that, it does significantly less damage than getting the rot status effect for actively being in the rot there. Apparently there's like 5 or 6 different types of scarlet rot in the game.
Huh.
And
Just different degrees of severity.
different degrees of severity, and the rot swamp there is the highest severity degree in the game. But the rot status effect you get from like rolling in it and not actively being in it is the weakest.
That's unusual, but
To the point where, like, because the healing from the because the amount of damage rot does is percentage and then a flat amount.
yeah.
And with that one being the largest, it's like 2% plus like 30 every second. If you get the rot status effect from just having the buildup from rolling in it, as opposed to the actually being in it, you can counteract it almost entirely by using the like healing from the Wonders Flask.
Okay, so that would buy you a few minutes of.
It buys you like three minutes, I want to say, of running around in there with little issue.
Yeah. Actually, with the right armor, you could have a decent regen as well. You'll be at like 50%-ish, but that's still fine.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't kick in until then.
Oh, wrong button. Really? None of them behind me? Honestly surprised. You're not even trying.
They're not trying, that usually means it's a double trap. Yep.
Don't you have like a sword laser?
Yeah, but that costs FP. Or FP. Ow.
Yep.
Oh, you got 8.
Did in fact get 8.
Grab attack sword.
That's the only time those guys move fast.
Yes. Yes, it is. There's a reason why I tend to kill them at range. Yep, that serves a switch. A perfectly safe switch.
Okay, lightning.
I mean, all switches are safe. Unless they're not.
It's a perfectly normal lightning switch. It's fine. A lightning scorpion charm. Is it possible to make that run? Or is this just a go underneath one?
I know you can go underneath. I mean, it's possible to make that run in the sense that the ceiling doesn't kill you if you hit it. It just does damage. I don't remember whether there might also be a side room you can run into first or something, but
Let's see one.
I don't remember the specifics of this dungeon. Let's see. Right side, I know exactly where we are, so. Windham. Green Call Knight.
Okay. Yes, there's definitely capable to get up here because that's also apparently where the door switch was.
Yeah. And yes, there's an area underneath the platform as well.
Yeah.
They kind of go into a stance before making their charge. They're also incredibly easy to stagger. Okay, you need to do a literal fraction more damage with that spell.
Yeah. To that one, because it killed one from the previous area.
I hope some zombies don't rise out of the ground. Nope.
Well, wasn't zombies.
No. Not one, but two crab! extremely effective. It said the zombies that we get multiple points in the traps.
I mean, it kind of makes sense the zombies have more hit points than the crabs. Like, they, need flesh.
Yeah.
Zombies don't feel pain, so any damage done to the body generally isn't effective at stopping them.
Well, unless it's limb removal. That tends to be effective at stopping them.
I mean, not really. Like, sure, you take off a leg and then they're slowed down. They're still going to crawl towards you. I mean, if you cut off all of their limbs, they're still bitey if you're within range of them. They generally don't care if you take their limbs.
Technically speaking,
No,
they
it
have
makes
hit points like anything else does.
Yeah.
What was that?
Technically
hit
speaking,
points.
they have hit points like everything else does.
Yeah.
No, I'm aware of that. I'm just saying on the concept of why would zombies have more life? Generally, zombies would be less stopped by damage. You have to do a lot more damage to them to actually stop them.
Yeah, a crab is
You do
going to
damage-
notice when you poke something and do it. A zombie's not.
Also, living beings go through shock if enough damage is done to them. So even if it's not a life-threatening wound, it can still kill them.
It's fine. They'll come back. Law of aggression.
Yeah, someone sits at a little site of grace and everything responds.
Exactly.
An Erdtree burial watchdog with a lightning tail.
Oh. Yep.
Yep, just a tail. Nothing else. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot you summoned.
Yeah.
So I'm watching that. My first thought is, are you watching someone else fight this thing and the boss is just, like, ignoring you for the ghost? So I was like, oh, no,
Oh, that's my Pokemon.
yeah. Or I've been watching speedrunners do, other Souls games. And one of them was specifically, playing with network on. Wasn't Dark Souls 3, because that thing is still offline.
Because it still has a horrible vulnerability.
Yeah. I wasn't questioning why it was still offline, but it's still offline.
Good job.
Just to let you know, I will have to dip out a short while.
All right.
Okay.
So I will be back.
God, it's so nice having a Pokemon that can actually sell the bosses now.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder. If there are any in this area. Montgomery is the area we're actually going to. We're going to do that whole loop. But
Yes.
while we're in the Altus Plateau, I want to see if we can find a crab.
Find a crab.
Yep. Just a regular, small NPC crab.
Oh,
In any area, in water areas, you might be able to find them, especially if there are actually crabs around. That said, I don't remember.
not be any up here. I mean, we have the rest of Altus Plateau to do. I'll just have to remember to keep an eye out for one when we're doing the rest of it.
Yeah. I don't think Mount Gilmer counts, but there's a decent amount of water, though I don't remember if there are crabs in the area in the direction we're going, so...
If we see any, we'll check. There's something
Yeah.
unique to the crabs in Altus Plateau, but I think it's on the Altus Plateau.
Yeah. Okay, and this is the start of the area I was talking about. There should be a fork-ish in this river area on the right side, basically. There's a dungeon there that you need a key to get into. A stone sword key, I mean, to get into, which isn't really a cost. Other than that, it's a dead end. Maybe up a bit from here. Other than that, this path is basically a straightforward path around. Outside of the usual scenery of Mount Gelmer, and that is to say, random nonsense.
I mean, it is a volcano.
Yeah. Oh no, that stuff makes sense because it is a volcano. Well, I mean random nonsense, I mean like literally here's a grafted scion followed by some here's some basilisk. Followed by some some frenzied flame cultists. The hands below, that makes sense. Worshippers of the Fell Flame. Here's a Godskin Noble.
Yeah, the patchwork of enemies.
Yeah. Mount Gelmer and Volcano Manor are a smorgasbord of random stuff.
The Seethe Water Cave.
Rah, 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 rah.
Indeed. It'd be a poison swamp, huh?
Of course. It makes sense considering what's in here. In the loosest sense, it makes sense because of one of the things in here, I should say. As this place has one of the best tools for mitigating poison swamps.
Oh.
A pump that drains poison swamps?
Unfortunately, no.
I love my flesh. Ow. Alright, now they've done that as inelegantly as possible.
Oh yeah, just about.
I'm poisoned, which means I'm immune to poison.
Yep.
I like the strategy.
Don't have to worry about
Reckless,
poison if
dangerous,
I'm already
insane.
poisoned. Mushroom armor. I assume mushroom armor is decent at negating poison.
It has the highest. It has the highest of. I'm trying to remember what the stat is. I think it was immunity in the game.
Oh.
It just comes with one clause.
Oh.
It probably gets close to violating Twitch terms of service.
Ah. You're not allowed to show your mushroom on Twitch.
Naughty.
Oh. So we're one armor change away from becoming the bad wizard ourselves.
Oh, when is the boss fight down here? There's a respawn point. I got mine.
Alright, and with a flourish.
Kindred of Rot's Exaltation. Being in the vicinity of poison or rot
Yep.
increases power.
Basically, you poison things and increases attack power.
Cute.
It's actually a decent charm. Ideally, you want to use rot, obviously, but
Yeah. Doesn't matter if I go left or right.
possibly.
Considering right appears to be a dead end.
Yeah, well,
In more ways than one.
yeah, as I said, it's basically a straight path.
Oh, not so scared when you can't grab me.
I miss a blink and miss a boss fight
What boss fight?
at the end of that dungeon.
Yeah,
Fought two Kindred Rot.
Kindred Rot.
Oh, okay, yes, that's right. Those were the
That was the
okay,
boss.
yes. I blinked and missed what could generously be called a boss fight. That is the case. Okay.
I fought one, Fish fought the other. Surely you people have no problem with me being here, right? Madam?
Well, no more than usual.
You got this. Oh, he didn't have it.
Oh, what a shame. Oh, look, another magma worm. Who would have guessed in the giant lava pit there'd be a magma worm?
The mind boggles.
Ow!
Oh, yeah, there you go.
How dare you?
You're in danger of losing Tish.
We're fine.
You're more in danger of losing Tish with damage because some do not do what you submit first. Also, take that ground. And there we go. And another dragon mark. And a new draconic power. Forgot there was a new draconic power type to that one for some reason.
The magma worm draconic power.
It probably involves magma.
Oh.
Oh, right, he could be here.
Was this man screaming at the volcano?
It's Alexander.
Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry. The side stream is getting slightly potato-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Couldn't make him out from regular rock.
Understandable.
Ah, good lady. What business might you have in such a place as this? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshly form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you on my journey here. Take it. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T.
Jarhead.
Yep.
Jarhead!
It's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old above the lofty cloud.
Alexander is one of those characters that can skip ahead locations if you don't carefully do things in a specific order. I forgot that he actually spawns here, quite frankly.
Okay.
And the fact that we went to Lindell, the Royal Capital, I was suspected they would actually have been passed here already. Thankfully, that wasn't the case.
Yeah. I assume this way is the way to actually go.
South is the way to actually go, but there was that
Yeah,
fort
but
to
the
escape.
fort. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, south around the lava is actually the continuing path. The magma worm ostensibly blocks your way. You can't just ride past it, but why would you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna take a while. Yeah, so in not doing plunging attacks, the vulnerable part of this is the rider in the back.
Yep.
Just have to be careful of the charge that will inevitably kill you.
Also finicky whether or not you hit him or the thing.
I love it, yeah.
Also, jellyfish. My jellies.
Yep. All forms of jellyfish are welcome within Nykar's domain.
Ow. Well, we've access to a front door, but there was a guy guarding what I'm assuming is a back door.
Almost certainly. I don't remember the specifics of this fort, but almost certainly. Or he's just guarding a bunch of sacramental bloods.
Yes.
Your authority is not recognized in Fort Kickass.
Oh, right. That's the first of you guys.
Oh, he blew his top.
Yep. And that's the end of it. Okay. think he dropped a stupid hammer?
Yep.
Yes.
Prelate's Inferno Crozier.
Can't just call everything a cookbook.
Everything's a cookbook.
A book on auto repair is not an automobile cookbook.
Ironically, you're cooking basically no food in all of these books.
Subtitles will give it away a secret.
Someone already looted this treasure. Where is it? I can and will roll through everything.
What was up with us for other than that guy? In particular. Let's see. Fire Scorpion Charm, Cookbook, Fire Prelate Set, and Braziers Inferno Crozier. What of those have you gotten?
We got a cookbook. We got a Crozier. What was the other thing?
There's the Fire Scorpion Charm and the Fire Prelate Set.
I see you.
Oh, that's... You don't have to note that. Okay, ignore that. Yeah, ignore that last one.
What, the prelate set?
Yeah. It's just saying it's dropped by Fire Prelates. It's the stupid.
Okay.
It's the guy with the stupid
Hammer.
cup fire head. Yeah.
Okay, I got the charm, so that's it.
All right. Why would you put that? Never mind. I mean, they're not that rare.
Onward to Beastman?
Yes, it is, the demi-human area. For the rest of it, basically.
Onward, off this cliff. Ow.
Oh, indeed.
Fair enough, demi-human. Is there something else bigger that's capable of breaking this?
Yes. I forget what, but yes, there was something around here capable of breaking that. Roiling magma.
I'm worried about magma that's just constantly roiling. I am more worried about putting that in our pack.
Yeah, just throw it in the back. It's fine. I hate.
Well, there's definitely something capable of breaking that.
Target the frickin' room bear game.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Huh?
Rolling magma is a sorcery. It is hard to tell considering it is entirely encompassed by its own graphic. There's technically a 12 faith requirement on it.
We do not have.
Nope.
Against my better judgment. Not off the horse. Not off the horse.
There it goes. Okay, now deal with a room bear.
Uh-huh.
Seems like a fair trade.
Yes, we have zoned the moon bear. For the room bear.
Yep.
That's the ultimate way to deal with room bears. Run away till their AI gets confused. All that for Smithing Zone 6.
Yep. Oh yeah, these things are never actually worth breaking. It's a neat mechanic, but they never really hide anything that's worth the effort. That was the last guy I encountered.
Yep. Knock it off. You're not scary.
Nowhere close.
Fully crossbow.
Yep. The Evelyn of this game, basically. Used for very quickly applying status conditions. It shoots 3 arrows at the same, or 3 bolts at the same time.
Ah.
Ah, I see.
What? That's what I thought. Why is one of these here?
Well, we're no, I don't think I actually have to explain that.
Ow! That one did not like me questioning its existence.
No, apparently not. That's right, this is the headless one.
Yeah, it's the headless one that is apparently full of rage.
Yes. Well, that hit.
Yeah, it did.
Yep, you can see it's vulnerable to magic.
Yeah, I don't know why this one, being headless makes it so damn aggressive.
It's AI broke.
This is what you get for cheesing the Rune Bear. Oh, great knife.
Also got good aim.
Okay. That nightmare's dealt with.
No, not die again, you'll be fine. That was the most difficult thing here, honestly.
What's that?
That was the most difficult thing here, honestly.
The main.
Okay.
else is
So
demi-human
I should
fire,
actually look
so-
where this is because this is important. Found by a door just near Heredis Glintstone Crown in Hermit Village. Near what? Oh, this other item which can be looted from a corpse behind a house in the southern end of the village. boss fight. Demi-human Queen Maggie.
Like all of their kind, weak to rocks.
I can tell you, Queens are weak to being attacked.
Oh, memory stone.
Okay, so back to those items in the village. There's realistically one thing we definitely want to find. That!
Yeah.
And yet another glintstone crown.
Growl at me.
Back to glintstone sorcerer.
Try to hit me with a book. Can't make me read.
Ah! There, I found another Starlight Charm.
Yay.
I think I looked at that one list and went, yeah, no. this was not worth. This would not be worth the trade.
No.
And to the left should be, yep, there he is.
It's me, a rock man.
No, that's a normal guy. It's just he's wearing a lot of rocks.
Calm
Oh,
Berserk.
okay.
Yep. The signature spell of Primeval Sorcerer Azure.
Alright, does he need to continue to live?
Yes. Also, why are you getting that murder happy? It's a guy covered in rocks.
I mean, every other sorcerer except for like Selm has attacked me.
He's actually from the same school as Selin.
I'm wearing their queen's hat.
Oh, they don't care.
Which I got after I had to kick the shit out of her.
The queen was being imprisoned by the rest, or by the all of the schools of sorcery in the first place.
And that's done with this loop? Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that just goes back over to...
That goes back over to the Gelmer Hero's grave.
we have that cave? Which
Which
is down in this area anyways, but...
yeah. So two things of note. One, well, minor trivia, because it's not technically usable for this run, but Common Azure is one of those spells that actually cheeses over certain bosses.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a beam attack that, like, drains your mana like nothing. But if it has, like, multiple hitboxes, will basically just do tons of damage. So unlike giant, like, ancient dragons and such, you can just do a ton of damage. In and of itself, this wouldn't normally kill a monster because of how much it costs, or a boss because of how much it costs, except for the fact there is a, one of the Wondrous Physics ones makes it so your spells don't cost for a very limited amount of time.
Ah.
Ah.
So you basically cast this spell and just watch the thing's health melt.
Hey, Bach.
Bok, this seems ready to make.
Can we use it here, or do we have to use it elsewhere?
Oh,
I can use it anywhere.
bones,
You just have to use
please
it.
Do be safe on your.
You're beautiful.
And I just talked to him.
Bok, the seamster, are you ready to make a. Did I just hear my mum speaking? Thank you very much. Mum was always the only one who said I was beautiful. And now, my kind master, let me hear her voice. Oh, please, if I may dream just once, Do you feel the same way my mum did, Master? Do you think I'm beautiful, despite these looks?
No.
Master, kind Master, I, Bok the Seamster, am forever in your service. Oh, go
Yeah,
and
so
say
if you
so,
don't do
please.
that at a certain point, he has to go get reborn, and if he does, he basically, since the rebirth into a human, and if he does, since the rebirth process doesn't really work very well, this just eventually kills him.
Yep.
It basically turns him catatonic, and then he dies.
He is very briefly human before he dies.
Let's see. Oh, right, we wanted to do something before the Shady Castle, didn't we?
Did we?
Yes, the last, invasion. Or the last, Bellbearing Hunter encounter.
Alright, I think we have 2.
Possibly? I don't remember. Did we do the one in Caleb?
We did Caleb.
Let me look up Bellbearing Hunter real quick. I'm pretty sure there's 4, but... Or...
Next we did, we've done War Master Shack. We did Isolated Merchant Shack.
It's Church of Vows.
We did Church of Vows.
Yeah, so it's the Hermit Merchant Shack is the only one we haven't done.
Fight hut, fight hut, fight hut.
There we go. Oh, lag.
Yep. Ah, great, now we're involved.
Making friends left and right.
Yes, and Peddler's Bell Bearing.
Yep. Okay, the ship cancel. Sheep.
Bye. Ooh. Okay, these ones don't have it.
It's probably up on the plateau somewhere.
Bad dough. Again, bad dogs. A bold droid talisman. Yeah, climb the ladder.
Yeah.
You can see him back up, and he's like, "Oh man, I don't want to do the ladder, but I don't see any other way."
That dude's just like, I'm not getting involved. I hear it happening behind me. Not even gonna look.
Yeah. Something I do find interesting is each of the dungeon types kind of has their own flavor of how they're kind of set up and how the enemies are set up. Like the catacombs, they're all basically waiting to ambush you in one way or another.
Yeah.
But the caves, it's more like they're all going about doing their work with some supervisors about. So it's very easy to sneak up on things.
Yep. Yeah, they did a good job of like differentiating the different dungeon types to all feel different.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is just like Copperbell Mines in FF14.
And we're done.
Yep.
Just like it.
Big rock guy who's horribly weak to bludgeoning attacks.
Horribly weak to bludgeoning attacks and will make weapons bounce off, which would mean something if you weren't throwing rocks at him.
Uh-huh. Swamp, or I actually get to use my horse. Sure, stairs. So much for getting to use my horse. Oh, basilisks, yay. Nice, you guys have fun. Hammer. Ow.
Here for some reason.
What's that?
Perfumers hit particularly hard here for some reason.
Yeah.
In the city.
That,
Like more so than other.
bad perfumer. Damn. Fisted me while I was trying to heal.
Yep. As he usually does.
Is that item actually worth fighting that thing?
Alright, what I missed?
Oh, we're in a castle. Died a couple times. Rot flowers.
Oh, yeah, rot flowers. Those will be annoying as fuck.
We fought a dragon, we fought another dragon, we talked about Twitch terms of service violations.
Oh boy!
Oh yeah.
Why?
Mushroom armor.
Okay, yeah, no. Understandable.
Twitch audience cannot handle a truly dedicated oncologist.
This is just a side area? What's that? That. Should have killed him. He was just reaching up for his friend. Ass.
At least they kill you.
Yeah, if I'm at full health. Second ass.
Ah, clean rabbi. I think that attack is a grab.
Oh, the charge forward with the spear.
Yeah.
I can see that. Like a
Either a
pierce.
grab or it's not a grab in.
It'll hurt either way.
Yeah.
There's the not at all creepy room full of statues. Oh,
Yes, this is the place that has the Valkyrie's prosthesis.
that's an important item.
Yes. I think it's the most important item that's in here, quite frankly. Is also the reason there was a clean rock knight there.
Yeah, guarding prosthetic. Makes sense.
Yeah. So the castle's former owner, before it fell into ruin, was an admirer of Millennia, or Millennia. Hence why the Valkyrie's prosthesis is here.
Yeah. Deep sludge.
Yep. Well, I put a castle
why
here,
there's-
but we haven't. Well, we put a castle here, but we haven't met our quota on poison swamps. How about we put the poison swamp in the castle? Ah!
So we surround the castle by a poison swamp, then have an interior area with a poison swamp, and then, inside of that, a deeper poison swamp.
It's obviously a conspiracy by Deep Sludge. Paying off From Software for representation.
I mean, it's not even from software. It's specifically just Ducky. That man loves his poison. Can't get enough of them.
Doesn't even realize he's doing it half the time. He's just making an area, and then boom, poison swamp.
That's not wrong. That is literally something he has
Yeah, I know,
said.
that's from an interview.
That is probably one of my favorite parts of like real world lore regarding the creation of games. Is the fact that sometimes he's just creating an area, and then before he knows it, there's a poison swamp.
It's like Bob Ross when he brings out an inner tree within the picture that was already there. Except it's all poison swamps.
These are happy little accidents.
Stop healing, you coward.
In fairness, it's what they do.
Also, to be fair, you are shooting them from outside their attack range.
I'm sorry, they have firepower.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have range.
Hey, stop healing, you coward.
It's only unacceptable when they do it. They shouldn't be allowed to use items.
The most powerful weapon in the game, the standard.
So, since they're here and there's not really a dedicated place for them, might as well go over it now. The perfumers themselves started out as the healers of Lendel, the royal capital.
Okay.
Until they started to run into, you know, stuff they couldn't heal, more specifically Scarlet Rot. So they went out and started experimenting with other things and developing other different types of perfumes.
Okay.
Ostensibly, the ones around here probably developed some of the more battle perfumes, quote unquote. There's other perfumes that have been developed as well, ones that will turn like your skin to metal, for example. Those are more considered blasphemy, as the point of perfume, or the use of perfumes isn't as or ingestible somewhat, and are not really meant to be used by yourself. But all perfumes, and the extreme heresy, or the more extreme heresy, which is the gargoyles, which is basically using perfumes to animate corpses in a way that is certainly not like those who live in death.
Yeah.
Something that is shunned by the Golden Order. Mainly because it's basically taking advantage of a loophole in the Golden Order. I.e., when you remove the rune of death, necessarily the things that die need to not be dead.
Yeah, that's fair. What am I in combat with?
Good question. That guy. I think it should still be able to sit.
Yeah.
What you're saying is all fragrances are welcome in the volcano.
Mostly yes.
Unfortunate. Yes.
We're actually outside of Mount Gelmar. The Shady Castle is kind of its own in-between area. I think it's kind of technically Altus Plateau. Nonetheless, all swamps are welcome in the Shaded Castle.
Welcome to Swamp Mart. All are welcome. All are welcome.
Welcome to Swamp Mart. I love you.
City Castle is really his fourth attempt at building a castle here. They kept sinking into the swamp.
Does the fourth one still stand?
I mean, you're in it.
Yeah. Of course it's still standing. Haven't you played The Witness? This is straight out of it.
No, I've not.
There we go.
Yep.
Some ghost level.
Rot grease. Delicious, delicious rot grease. Supposed to eat the grease, right?
No. No, you're not.
You sure? Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, use it for cooking.
We've aged our steaks by 9999 integer overflow days. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, they've turned into a delicious rotting sludge.
Look, I'm sure that if you use rot grease to cook your steak, whatever's left is going to be super tender.
Welcome to Stank Angus. Angus.
Think Angus?
Stank Angus, yeah. Where, trust me, our onion rings ain't, onions ain't blue.
The doom and onion.
Can onions bloom on the battlefield?
Oh, what a surprise! An ambush in this room full of shaded corners.
Yeah.
Ready to ignore that ladder.
Alright, there's two directions to go.
And bear.
I'm going to put it past it.
I'm fairly certain there's no rune bears here.
Are you fairly certain, or are you barely certain?
Barely certain. Oh.
I get it.
Ah.
I don't like it, but I get it.
A hefty beast bone.
The hefty stone.
Yeah, it's another clean run back.
You get one.
Aha, the distraction ambush.
Guess you could call it that. Or better if their archer knew how to actually hit.
Yeah. One little thing of note, those flaming bolts they're firing are perfumers' bolts. Pages that are around perfumers often have
So I see you've encountered a rival Pokemon Master.
Yep. Someone has a pair of Houndooms.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so there's that encounter as well.
Cleaner on night, fine. Cleaner at night and 2 dogs, right out.
It's one of those, oh, I'll ambush him just as he comes out the... Oh, fuck.
Yeah, roll for
Yep. Again.
Everybody gets one per run, apparently.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
2. 2.
Granted, I'd rather play ranged footsies with him than melee footsies with him.
Now, when we say everyone gets one, are we talking literally everyone? Gets
Everyone.
one?
Now, I recommend is actually just dealing with the dogs before you can aggro them.
That is grab.
Yeah, that is definitely a grab. Oh, you're not dead.
Yeah.
You just wish you were.
Now I am.
Alright.
Yeah, unfortunately, dealing with the dogs isn't an option without going in the room and aggroing it too.
Because
they're-
you have rage.
Yeah, but they're behind fucking statues.
Yeah.
I don't have a straight sight to dogs.
Alternatively, pull them away from the dogs because they're not social with him. You're just happen to, when you fight him in the middle of the room, aggro both him or aggro them as well.
Alright, we meet again in Clean Rot Night. Everyone gets an indeterminate number.
There's one.
Oh, it's 2. Feeling generous today?
Hey, it's a trade, I always win.
I am bleeding, making me the victor.
Yeah, because the dogs are there.
Yeah. Well, those dogs are there. There's one more, I think, to the right. Though.
No, nope, they're both over there.
Okay, just fight it in this room. Or in that doorway.
Okay.
How'd that work? Now let's see how good his AI pathing is. That's pretty good.
Marker's done.
Yeah. Gotta pick your souls, not die to a dog.
The dogs are dead.
Shortcut.
Indeed, a shortcut. One more dog way over here that never aggro.
Yep. Point is, I knew there wasn't one. And the boss in his hideout, Elmer of Briar.
Bye. Oh, he has fancy sword and shield.
Thanks.
Yep.
Well, you weren't prepared for me to be the invader.
Yep. As you can see from the portrait in this room
Oh yeah.
of Melina. Yep. No, Elmer's not the owner of this castle. He just was hanging out here.
Yeah. Bunch of prosthetics.
Yep. And the site of grace will be important because we'll have to come back here later.
Ah.
This is after we're done with Volcano Manor. This is where we make the patches. Right, so we have the prosthetics, so... let's see, what was in here? Does the Perfumer's Cookbook 2... that's later. We've got the painting. Alright.
I remember we came here momentarily to grab the Starlight Shard that's behind the castle.
Mhm.
It specifically said not to go over here yet.
Yes. Mainly because I was just trying to keep us from doing, actually doing the area. I just wanted to beeline for the Starlight Shard. And if you went over here, you would get stuck in an invasion. That has like a giant behind it.
Well, that was sad.
Yep. So the Answer Rapier is one of those very unique weapons. It is a rapier with Scarlet Rod on it, and unlike most things with elements on it, you can actually enchant it. So you could, for example, make it Scarlet Rod and Frost buildup.
Oh, that's cute.
It is a regular smithing stone weapon, in other words, not a Scarlet one.
Yeah.
Or not a Somber one.
Fair. Is that the only thing of import over there, the invasion?
Yeah, effectively.
Go get our souls back.
Are you freaking... Huh.
So,
Somebody actually legitimately made a chart of Elmer of the Briar's combos.
huh.
This is an impressive amount of work for something that really it doesn't matter that much. But it's like a full-on, like... Here's the various different options, which will lead into this, which will lead into that, which will lead into that. It's actually impressive and stupid.
Like, were people having that much of an issue with him?
I don't know. It seems like something that they did. It seems like something they did more for science than anything else. Some speedrunner might be able to take advantage of it at some point. And then all bosses speedrun because there's no other reason you'd be doing this. The Shady Castle is a massive diversion that doesn't really have anything that's going to speed up a speedrun.
Yeah, like it's entirely a side area?
Yeah.
A side area that is needed for a side quest?
Yeah. Like, unless you're doing all bosses, you're not doing Elmer.
Yeah.
Because even if for some strange reason it's like an all side quest run, you just wouldn't skip the boss because it's not really worth fighting him.
Let's do Perfumer's Grotto next. We haven't done Perfumer's Grotto yet.
Yep. I guess that would also be a decent place to explain perfumers. Oh well, save myself time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. The Miranda flowers are actually one of their sources of perfumes. It's actually why you will often find perfumers in Miranda's. Or there's at least one boss fight that was a perfumer in Miranda somewhere. And they don't actually aggro each other.
Oh, okay.
Perform to the Miranda rites.
It's also very much like for why they're pretty abundant in this dungeon.
Like in this place here, where there's a Miranda.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I know the other places made you paranoid, and you probably shouldn't get hit by it anyways, but they will not nearly kill you with their fire in here.
I'll give it the chance.
Yeah. I still don't say just get hit by it, but it's nowhere near as dangerous as it is in the Shaded Castle. That's just a thing unique to the Shaded Castle. I just get to figure out why.
They paid extra for the potent fire.
Apparently. If I had to hazard a guess, it might have been like some of them trying to like cure Scarlet Rot, and that was a good place to experiment on it with. Even though I don't think there was too much Scarlet Rot there.
No, not really. There was one little area that had Scarlet Rot, or had a Rot Miranda.
Yeah, and there's Clean Rot Knights, but as Clean Rot Knights absolutely have Scarlet Rot.
Oh, I'm poisoned. What?
Yep. So, the neat part about this room is it's actually shared by two different dungeons. Hence why you're seeing stuff over there.
Ah, okay, that is a separate dungeon.
Yes.
That's kind of neat.
This is also the better one to do first because he just stays dead and is far more annoying to kill than the other dungeon.
Much easier to just clip him in the head with a rock from here, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That was the other thing I completely forgot about. Omen killers are perfumers.
Oh.
You can actually kind of see it in their outfit.
Great Omen Killer Cleaver.
Yep. Yes, Cleaver's covered in omen horns because sticking omen horns on things is the trendy thing to do.
All the kids were doing it.
The crowd connoisseur is doing it. and then shoving it into people after tying them in chairs.
That's true. Defiling them.
They like it.
Doing things.
Okay.
Botch things.
Oh yeah, we
It's
should
not natural. To what?
go talk to what's her name.
Melissa.
Melissa.
Is she still over here?
Yeah, she's still over there. And I believe that their hyperlinks on the map for NPCs is terrible when they have locations.
Yep.
Now,
Well, it's Extra Life. You can't expect it to work well anytime.
she's passed into the lands that lie beyond the Erd Tree. Are you giving me this arm? Thank you. I am in your debt yet again. I think if the arm serves well enough, it might be possible for me to wield a sword
Okay.
again. If the arm, it might be perhaps then I can aid.
Cool.
All right, so now go back to Gowrie Shock.
Which shack? Oh,
The one, yeah, Aeonia, down in Caelid. There's no direct teleportation. Yeah, Heart of Ionia, I think is closest.
yeah.
Please make certain that little Millicent goes unharmed. Like her mother, she has the stuff to be a great warrior, but commands only one arm and is yet preciously young.
Study sorceries. Or oh no, I gave her the prosthesis.
So, you gave Millicent a golden arm replacement. This is a wonderful
Wait, would
development.
it be a?
Thank you for your kindness. Now,
Oh,
Millicent
okay.
may fully realize her true warrior's potential, like her beautiful mother.
Study incantations. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, he has path threads. Well, it's because he's a...
Well, buy it.
Buy it.
Yeah, it opens dialogue.
Do you have an interest in rot incantations? Then you might like to learn something of the history of Melania, goddess of scarlet rot.
About Millicent, he has
Girl,
dialogue.
Millicent, she is a bird, green and undeveloped, waiting to flower into magnificence. What a wondrous day that will be. In truth, before her, I'd never seen a bud of such superior quality. She might very well outshine her sisters. Queen Marika and her king consort Radagon were blessed with twin demigods, and Melania was one of them. She was born an Empyrean carrying the Scarlet Rod. An Empyrean is no mere demigod. In the age of the Elden Ring and Queen Marika, the precious Empyrean was born, a new god to forge a new order. Since Melania fought Radahn, and the great scarlet flower blossomed in Aeonia, I have dedicated myself to her, and to the resplendence of the Order of Rot, a cycle of decay and rebirth.
Right, all right, Priest of Nurgle. Slow your roll.
Yeah. And no, he is actually just a sorcerer of Celia who came to worship the Scarlet Rot.
No, he's
It's
not.
just that he's not actually. Yeah, it's just that he's not actually here.
Do you need me for something else?
Da-da-da.
But we'll get into that later. Or the god of Scarlet Rot, I should say.
Yeah.
Now it's basically Altus Plateau.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have there is the lake area and the Sage's Cave, which I insist on you doing. Well, that would be actually a lot easier for you. So you see that big lake in the bottom, or the bottom left of
Oh, this area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
Yeah. What's the going downhill? I guess from or up from. Yeah, either one of those really.
Yeah, we just got out from Maglorum.
Yeah. There is a catacombs on the west side. Okay, yes, there's two of them there. There's two spirit ashes in that catacombs.
Going up.
Yeah, they sure love their tall cliff elevators.
I'm more confused about why every elevator in this world apparently is above a bottomless pit.
Did we get to Mass Effect when I wasn't looking?
That's not every elevator. Just most of them that don't have hidden secrets below them.
It's just like 80% of the elevator. That's not all of them.
Yeah, that's like more like 95% because there's that many elevators in this game.
More importantly, bit of crabs.
Yes. Because
Shouldn't really say more importantly, it's of no actual import, but it's an interesting thing.
honestly, you'd probably find it much easier to just put the sword and the staff on the same hand.
Yeah, but then I can't sword and staff.
Yeah, but why would you want a sword and staff?
Because I want to throw a spell and then immediately hit people with sword.
Also, to be fair, the genre is sword and sorcery, not sword or sorcery. You gotta do both at the same time.
Well, yes, it usually means one person's doing sword and the other is doing sorcery, not one person is fapping about by himself with both.
But there's only one person in this party, therefore they have to take care of both. That's not my writing, that's just the way it is. That's just the law.
Alright, fine, but if we end up like the protagonist in Dragon Quest, it's not my fault.
I mean, why would that be a bad thing?
There's a lot of railroading going on there. Ah, the
That's
Sage's
true.
Cave. So this cave has two bosses.
Okay.
One that they're near each other, so towards the end. I'll point out where the hidden one is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm dead end.
Yeah, that's short on.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Addendum. If you miss it, I'll point out where the other one is.
This place is packed full of chests.
Yep.
Oh, if ever they wanted to introduce a mimic to this game.
There are no mimics in this game, and it baffles me.
Just wait for the inevitable DLC where it's nothing but mim.
Crisis on Infinite Mimics. Ow. Ow.
Yeah, Axe chews through Sam.
Yeah, it does. That one.
So, first thing to note, now's probably a good time to tell you that there are no stakes here, so you do have to do this entire run every time you die to the boss. Either of them. Sorry, no stakes and no shortcuts.
I'm talking about clearly you do a running leap from here to get down there.
Those guys are skippable by just running past them, in case you feel like not wasting the time, basically.
And we'll worry about overdoing runbacks.
Yeah.
It's less that the axe that he has ruins stamina, and more that he doesn't stagger.
Yeah, he has also a bucket of hit points. And a decent amount of kills. So far you've got every visible wall.
Golden gray arrows.
Yep.
Raptor talons.
Hope you like jumping me. Running jumps.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Congratulations, found the hidden boss. Or have you?
I know what you're talking about. Dead end. Oh, there's also,
Yep. Snails.
a death snail.
Yep.
He's coming at you with some spooky Geocity skulls. You post this skull 5 times and the spooky skeleton will give you good luck.
I don't know.
yeah.
Every time people tell me spooky skeleton, it means something.
So yeah,
Kind of
the
avoid that.
Yeah. So the actual issue with this cave is just having to do with the entirety of it every time.
Yeah, I can see that.
I do remember this is a boss fight, so you can't summon it.
Okay.
Ah yes, Disaster War.
Okay, now everyone surround the necromancer, beat him up with your shields. Shove him, call him names.
I was gonna say, he's just a nerd. Yeah.
Yeah, kick his ass!
Good way, I feel bad.
I don't.
Ah, family heads.
Did you see that weird snail skull thing? Don't feel bad for this guy. He's doing weird
yeah,
stuff.
family
in this
heads
cave.
is a weapon that is a flail of heads.
It also has a run-usable Ash of War.
Familial rancor.
It summons a bunch of ghost skeletons to attack
Oh.
temporarily. Like they perform an attack and then leave. Behold, a Black Knife Assassin.
An invisible Black Knight Assassin.
Yep. Now imagine doing this without Tish. Your summons actually do know where they are.
Yeah, obviously. Oh!
I will remind you, Black Knight Assassins do have grabs.
Yeah.
You can actually see it.
Yeah, you can watch the water.
Well, no, I mean, like, the particle effect from,
Oh, from the
yeah.
the knife throw thing.
Yeah, effectively the word of death. It may be invisible, but its particle effects aren't. And yeah, you can watch the water and see where it's making tracks, technically. There's also a torch that turns invisible.
Huh.
Regardless of whether or not you actually have the stats to equip it. That's the torch Hunter went out of his way to get that does not actually reveal invisible walls.
Yep.
Saw the
Yeah,
water
saw it for like a
walking up to
second.
you.
There we go.
I can see Elite Veil, which gives you that same ability.
Oh.
It only works in PvP.
Of course. Random hanged bodies.
Yeah.
Alban Orcs, actually, from the looks of it.
Yeah, that's an Alban Orc. So on the west side of the lake is basically the Perfumer's ruins, and there's a catacombs.
Ah.
Oh! Yep.
Oh, Omega armor.
Yep. Perfume bottles are like cracked pots and ritual pots for perfume recipes.
Oh, fancy.
Basically, you can only craft so many perfumes at a time.
Yeah.
Like, you can only craft so many bottles, etc.
perfumer's talisman.
Yep. Which enhances perfumes.
Makes sense. Tamest Miranda's in the world.
Yep. There should be a perfumer's cookbook somewhere around here. This is where you can actually kind of tell that they did have some inkling of, hey, this is probably the first place they're going to encounter perfumers, because this is literally what these rooms feel like. There's a couple of perfumers' balls, it's literally Perfumer's Cookbook 1. So I think they actually expect you to get to the Aldous Plateau originally by just coming up the dungeon, as it's a much easier thing to discover than the two halves of the talisman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I am going to drop off for the night, really.
Okay.
Okay.
Vince, I'm not going to be able to do Mon Hunt tonight. I'm just not feeling great today.
That's fine.
Let me know when's another good night for you, so that we can actually get more Mon Hunt stuff done.
Okay.
I'll talk to you all later, and for all those watching, have a good night.
Yep.
A crypt that requires stone sword keys.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Sure does.
Unsightly catacombs.
Yep.
Yes, the unsightly catacombs. Now it is 10:30 already. Do we want to finish this one and then call it, or do we want to?
Yeah, we'll finish this one and call it.
Okay.
A little over.
Yeah, a little over.
Misbegottens.
Yep. Okay.
was the floor beneath it.
Look, an omen.
Yeah.
Take that wall.
That knows we did. Oh, we misbegotten ashes.
Ah, 1, 2 in here.
Okay, didn't hear him on the breathing.
Yeah. That or being able to lock onto them is a good indicator. So this is a classic healer warrior fight. One large block.
Well, what a coincidence, this is also a classic boss fight in Elden Ring for us.
We may be a bit overboard with stuff.
What was that?
We may be a bit overboard.
Well, you know. Oh, we got that perfumer.
Yep.
Patricia.
Nice.
Okay. We still have all of this to do.
Yes. All of this has, let's see. I think that is mostly outdoor stuff. There isn't actually many dungeons around that area. They reserved.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that
There's like
one.
this cave, which I'm assuming is the one that is on the other side of the Perfumer's Grotto. That big open area.
There is that cave. I don't. So that's not like the only dungeon that's near the Perfumer's Grotto. There's also one to the southeast. You can actually see it. It's on like the lake outside the walls of the
Oh, that one. Yeah.
city proper.
But I
yeah.
mean, like the Perfumer's Grotto goes over here. There's that underground area
Yeah.
where the
where the that thingy is.
yeah.
I forget the name of it. But yeah, there's a dungeon there. There's another one there, on top of that hill on the left side. There is also, if I remember that hill correctly, yes, that's actually the bottom, the hill below the Erd Tree. Go south, that hill. You see that structure there. That's a dungeon. On the other side of this hill is a boss that we'll want to fight. Up here is stuff. I think those are the only 2 dungeons in the Altus Plateau that aren't, like, around the capital. Yeah, those are the only 2 dungeons that aren't around the capital.
Yeah. So next time we'll basically dig into all of this.
Yeah.
And then probably actually start doing capital. So we have a rough idea of what we're doing next time.
Yep.
Hope everyone enjoyed us hope everyone enjoyed us tonight for this Elden Ring stream. We'll be back again tomorrow for theoretically the final.
Look, I don't care if we have to run. I don't care if we have to
Point.
run late. We're fucking finishing this tomorrow.
So
I got other shit I want to do on Tuesdays.
So Krampus claims, but we shall see. The theoretical ending of Phoenix Point. Multiple weeks in the making. Join us on Thursday for more Banner of the Maid as we continue our adventures through alternate France.
Alternate France, that is notably a linear game with battles only going up to like 29 or something.
Yep. Maybe Sunday if we do something. We're still in between starting SRW V, which will be, I'll say, the second week of August. If we don't do like a one-off or something in between. Otherwise, we will be back here again next week. As we said, we're going to finish off the Altus Plateau area outside of the Lindell capital, and then probably start Lindell capital. And eventually, ooh, what's all this stuff?
Ooh, it's more area to explore.
It could be anything.
Yeah, it's just more area.
Yeah. Alright. I've been Shiv.
I've been the Krampus.
And I'm Vincent.
All right, thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yep.